Hey everybody, I'm Tim here with Nate from Boveda, and it's the season for seasoning your humidor. You're watching Cigars Daily. Get even more out of our content when you join the community on Cigars Daily Plus. Are you on Cigars Daily Plus, Nate?
I am.
It's the best place to get all the best damn cigar content online and get even more out of it. And today for this video, we are lighting up, I got the Monte Cristo 1935 anniversary, a nice dark bold cigar. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking the Illusione Original Documents.
Ooh, a Corojo wrapper, one of my favorite Illusione cigars. I actually like the Maduro slightly better than that one. Illusione's doing great work right now. However, I have a bit of an issue.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to show it to you right here.
All right.
I got this very handsome humidor. It's a 125 count humidor. My wife got it for me to celebrate that one of my children moved out of the house. Awesome. One of the best, most special occasions you can have. Did I just lock it or unlock it? I just locked it. Yeah. Yeah, as a parent.
As a parent, yeah.
Yeah, as a parent. If you're not a parent, then you've already had the most special occasion.
You have, yes.
So here's my issue. This needs to be seasoned before I can put any cigars into it.
Correct.
The thing that people don't understand always when you first get into cigars is that when you've got a humidor that's made out of wood, that wood is going to naturally hold some humidity. It can be wetter or it can be drier. And dry wood will naturally absorb moisture.
Correct.
So if you put your nicely humidified fresh cigars into a dry humidor, the wood will actually suck the moisture out of your cigars. So you got to season the damn
rather quickly, actually.
Rather quickly. You'll notice the wrappers get shriveled. It's no good. It's nothing that you want to deal with. Now, there have always been this old school way of seasoning your humidor with a sponge and a gallon of distilled water, and you got to soak it and leave it for 24 hours and pray to God you didn't overdo it and warp the wood and all this kind of stuff. But you guys are in the business of making humidification ultra simple, and now you've got that basically that one step season your humidor thing.
And then maintain it. Yes.
Oh my God. So take me through this right now and let's go ahead and season this bad boy up if you
got it. So we make a humidor starter kit. Inside this kit, and we make it for up to 50 count humidors and up to 100 count humidors.
That's the 100 count, right?
This is the 100 count.
Boom.
So depending on the size of your humidor, you might have to combine a couple kits. But inside, you are going to get both 72% packs and 84% packs. Now those 84% packs are specifically engineered to add moisture slowly and gradually into the wood walls of a wood humidor.
Because 84% is obviously way higher than you want your humidity to be at home. Your ideal range is sort of 65 to 72% is what's recommended.
Correct.
Okay.
And you don't want to store cigars with 84% because the chance for mold, all sorts of combustion issues.
Tobacco
it's just
beetles.
Bad for the tobacco.
They're going to smoke bad. It's going to be awful.
Yep. Then we also have those 72% packs. So once you've done the seasoning process, and we recommend 2 full weeks. After that 2 full weeks, you open up the 72% packs, drop them anywhere in that humidor you want. You know, if you have a holder that you got that you can attach to the lid, you can put them there. You can lay them on the trays in between your cigars. These packs can touch your cigars, be on top of your cigars, won't hurt them one bit. And it's literally on the back, 2 steps. Step 1, season for 2 weeks. Take those packs out after 2 weeks, toss them in the garbage. They have done their job. Step 2, you're going to drop those 72% packs in, and you get maintenance on that humidor for anywhere from 2 to 3 months. Okay. They're all individually cellophane, so in this package, these packs are going to last 2 years plus. So you don't have to worry about using it right away. You're going to open up these 84s.
Let's do it.
And each one of these size 60 or 60 gram packs will humidify in a wood humidor up to 25 cigars. So that's why for a 100 count you get 4. And we'll put, well, what I would recommend
underneath this tray as well.
One in each compartments of the tray, and then 2 more in the bottom. And then literally you're just going to close that. Let's see if we can open this here. Drop that in. We're going to close that lid. Put a little Post-it or set yourself a calendar reminder on your iPhone or on your Apple Watch. Walk away and leave it for 2 full weeks. We found that less than 2 weeks, the wood in this humidor could still absorb some moisture. Because this wood, or MDF, or whatever particle they use, is filled with open cells. And those open cells are filled with air, and that air is going to attract moisture in those cigars because that wood wants to be moist again. Now, the traditional ways of seasoning this humidor, you put a couple shot glasses of distilled water in, or a damp sponge on a plate, bowl of water, after you've wiped down with a damp cloth. Now, damp cloth to me might mean something very different than a damp cloth to you.
Oh, it does.
If that cloth is got too much moisture in it and you wipe down that wood, many humidors aren't fully lined with Spanish cedar.
Right.
It's a thin veneer.
Veneer, yeah.
Well, if that gets too wet, it might start to separate and crinkle. And
ripples.
That glue, yep.
Yeah.
Or you might affect the joints of that humidor. It might warp. The lid might not close quite right. If you bump it, one of your kids kicks a soccer ball into it. Now that bowl has tipped over and you maybe didn't catch it. That method, or those types of methods, you maybe get a couple grams of moisture into the walls of this humidor. So now you put your cigars in, and let's say you're still using Boveda. These packs are going to dry out a lot quicker.
Sure.
Because they're going to pull, that wood is going to pull from these packs before your cigars, and your cigars are going to get dry. If this is fully saturated, now you just have cigars that are being humidified by these packs.
So let me ask you this. Now it's been 2 weeks, and I want to test it with a digital hygrometer. All right, so I've got my 84% packs in there. The wood is soaking up all the moisture and just lapping it up like a dog. What should I expect in a hygrometer to read after 2 weeks with 84% packs in there? Should it be 84%?
It's not going to be 84%. It's probably going to be somewhere in the mid to upper 70s.
Okay.
Probably somewhere between 72 and 75%
So
ambient humidity in there.
If that's where it's at, let's say it's fully at 75%.
Yep.
What is the next step after the 84% packs? Do I need to take them out and leave it for a day before I put my cigars in there, or is it
You
put the
honestly
cigars
don't
right
have
in there?
to. You can put the cigars right in, but because you're adding in the 72% packs, if there is any extra moisture, these packs work both in and out. So if it's a little excess humidity, these packs are going to absorb that humidity and then release it later on when the cigars need it. All that's in this pack is reverse osmosis distilled water, or reverse osmosis purified water. So it's the purest form of water, allows for no microbial growth, no bacteria growth. Then there's a precise salt. So different salts when combined with water make these different percentages. And then that little bit of thickener so that this all stays in solution so it works well. And often with packs like this, guys and girls will try the rehydrate your Boveda packs.
Yes.
And they will rehydrate. The danger in doing that is because that salt has now crystallized and essentially dried up in the corners, and it usually crystallizes around the outside edge first.
You feel it.
When you rehydrate these, and they will balloon back up, that salt is not dissolved in that water appropriately. So now when you put these 72% packs back in your humidor, they're actually closer to 90%.
Oh, wow.
So now what you've done is you put too much humidity, like those 84s, right up against your cigars, and then because that salt isn't evenly dissolved, those packs are going to give out that moisture very, very quickly because this is not 90%. So they're just going to pump all that moisture out. And there's a really high chance your cigars might mold. Drop
So
it
we
right
can put these 72% packs in, put cigars in here,
Yes.
close it, and
Yes.
the thing is done and ready to go.
Done and ready to go.
So 2 steps. Season with one pack,
Correct.
store with the others.
Correct.
So I'll tell you guys this. When it comes to humidification, it's the most important part of keeping your cigar collection right up there with temperature. I mean, if you can control those two things, you pretty much got your hands around all of it. What Boveda has done is they've created an ultra simple way to season the humidor and maintain it, all built into one kit. I like that a lot. It's like, as much as a humidor can be a set it and forget it thing, and you don't have to tinker with it, which becomes very frustrating very, very quickly.
Yes.
I really like that a lot. And if you guys do have a much larger humidor, there's a 320 gram. Will you grab that one over there? 320 gram packs that you can use for one of those for every how many count?
In a wood humidor, up to 125.
Okay.
So it's equivalent to a little more than 5 of these size
So
60s.
one of those for a humidor of this size would be
Correct.
kind of
That would be efficient.
And this would take up the space in your humidor of maybe 3 or 4 Toro size cigars.
Yeah,
if you
if
put
that.
it up and down.
Yep.
on the
And even better if you stack it, right up along the side, or you can see it fits right below the lid.
It'll still humidify the whole thing if you put it along the edge.
Yeah, and the beauty of our product is it doesn't matter where the packs are; they're still going to humidify the whole space.
Amazing.
Yep. So it works very efficiently.
Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
And
Tim.
we're really grateful to Boveda for making this process so simple. I did make a lot of videos in my first few years on YouTube about how to season a humidor, but it's always kind of nerve-wracking. Like, make sure you don't let any water pool at the bottom of it or it'll warp the wood. And like all these extra little considerations that are totally removed with this process. You season it, you store the cigars, it's good to go. Even with a wooden desktop humidor, this is sort of your lowest maintenance opportunity to get the thing seasoned and ready to go.
Literally, no mess, no worries.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Thanks again for being with me today, brother.
Thank you, Tim.
And everybody drop your comments down below. What was your experience like the first time you seasoned a humidor? Was it easy for you? Did you bone it up the way that I have so many times when I seasoned humidors back in the day? Or have you used Boveda, and what has your experience been like there? We'd love to hear more from you guys. And make sure you check this video out on the community on Cigars Daily Plus. Everybody, this is Tim and Nate. We're both signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.